Teddy Feinberg, Brook Stockburger. We think it's about week 14 of the Teddy and Brook show. We started right around the NFL season.
Yeah, 14, 17, somewhere along those lines.
Yeah. So we're rocking and rolling, and now, of course, it is mid-November, which is incredible. And last weekend there was a great high school football game in town. The Mayfield Trojans beat the Las Cruces Bulldogs 28-20. Classic rivalry game. Great crowd, about 25,000 at Aggie Memorial, I would estimate. And I believe it was estimated that in the newspaper. And it was also largely considered an upset, and that's no disrespect to Mayfield. That was just a great game, and they came in and played great ball, and they won the game.
Yeah, it sure was. I consider it an upset since I picked Cruces. So
I picked Cruces?
Yeah, Mayfield, a great team, had a really good year. I just thought Cruces was going to win that game. I thought Cruces was a better team. Mayfield did what they had to do. I mean, they did it in the second half. Cruces couldn't really score. Mayfield ran the ball and was able to come out of there with a win in front of a great crowd.
I think I gave it Cruces 2 touchdowns, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than that. So this is clearly a massive upset in my mind, and I think really what it boils down to is quarterback Kavika Johnson played a great game. Mayfield had a great game plan. They really ran the ball with him. He's a spectacular runner. They didn't throw the ball a ton. Cruces didn't really know how to handle that, and truthfully, their sophomore quarterback Cameron Miller, who's had a very serviceable season for them, kind of struggled, and you know what? I can understand why, because you're playing in front of that many fans and you're a sophomore, and nothing can prepare you for that.
No, exactly.
You know?
So few high school football players ever get to play in such an environment.
It's awesome. It's really cool.
The Cruces game is, we had a story this past week that it was watched around the world online. So it's definitely a happening. That's no doubt about it. And it was a great atmosphere over there.
There's nothing like that game. And the truth of the matter is, the reason that game is great is because you can be a massive underdog and you blink your eye, and there is no underdog or favorite in that game. It's a true rivalry. With that being said, both those teams have first-round byes. Cruces was ranked number 1 in the state going into the game, Mayfield 4. Now it's Mayfield 2, Cruces 4. So they both get first-round byes in Class 4A playoffs. We had another upset because we had Centennial beating Deming last weekend for the District 3 4A championship. And the reason this was an upset was because Centennial was in a second-year program. Deming was the defending district champion. Centennial wins that district. Now they're the 5 seed. They have a home game Friday night against Santa Fe High this Friday, and in the Class 4A playoffs. And it's Centennial's second year as a program. To make the playoffs was a pleasant surprise. To win district was a massive surprise. And again, now they play the Field of Dreams.
Yeah, by far the best season in school history.
No question. I think that's a great call, Brook.
It sure is. No, 8-2. They go 5-5 last year, which I thought was outstanding. It was very, very acceptable. And Coach Ocampo has really got that program running. And it'll be interesting to see where it's going. That's a great school over there, a really nice new school with all the bells and whistles.
Their basketball arena looks like the Barclays Center. I was looking at Jay-Z the other day in front row.
So those kids that moved over there might have wondered how long it was going to take for that program to get off the ground, and it's there already.
Full disclosure, I thought their schedule the last 2 years set up for some W's. That takes nothing away from going 500 or 8-2 this year. I did not anticipate them beating. It shows how much I know. I thought Cruces was going to win. I thought Centennial was going to lose. Both the results were different.
Yeah.
And but no question, I mean, to win there, and I think I'm going to come out and say it. I think they're going to beat Santa Fe, which means they're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
No, I think they're going to beat Santa Fe. I think it's a good first-round matchup for them. And Brook said,
I have to be honest. No, hopefully they'll get the W, and it'll be a great, the first postseason game, first postseason win for them. Quick shout out, Oñate High beats Alamo last game. Tyler Stockburger got to be on the field for the last touchdown. So.
Nice way for them to end their year. At least they get the W. In other prep sports action, we have our local volleyball teams up in Albuquerque. 4 of the 5 District 3 5A volleyball teams, Oñate, Mayfield, Cruces, and Gadsden all made it. Gadsden and Cruces, both top 4 teams ranked. So obviously it's a very good volleyball district. And then of course Cruces High Soccer, they win the state championship last weekend. They beat Volcano Vista on penalty kicks. So big up to the Bulldogs. Las Cruces High has had a ton of state championships the last 2 years. That's another feather in their cap. Big up to Eric Tuchfarber and his guys for bringing home the blue trophy. We do have some big college basketball in the area. Aggie basketball is hosting UTEP this weekend, Friday night actually, 7 p.m. at the Pan American Center. Aggie basketball goes 2-1 in Hawaii to start out their season.
Pretty good showing. They beat the host Rainbow Warriors in the final game over there. They're 2-1 coming in. They've got some good players scoring some good points. 4 players in double digits.
No question.
And big game against UTEP early. This is one of the earlier times they've played UTEP this early in November, and it'll be a fun time. The Pan Am will be rocking.
A lot of talent on that team as usual. Coach Menzies, Coach Weir, they've done a great job recruiting talent to that program. I think point guard is still in question. That was a question last year. I don't know if that's solidified. I think their wing play is great. Daniel Mullings is a first-rate defender. I really like the junior college product they brought in. DK Eldridge, Aronis, Buivock, both those guys can shoot. I think that their three-point shooting could be better, and you know what, if their three-point shooting is on, that gives them a little more versatility, because obviously years past they've really scored inside. If they can hit from deep, now they can score multiple ways. I like the Aggies this year, and I do like them on Friday. And since my predictions have been so off, that could be dangerous, but I do like the Aggies on Friday night against UTEP, and I like them against their rivals this year.
I do too.
Yeah, I really do. I think the Aggies are onto something. So again, 7 p.m. Pan American Center, big game. It is worth bringing up Aggie football because although they are 1-9, they have been playing better specifically on offense. I think their defense and special teams has still really struggled a lot. But offensively speaking, they scored 35 against Louisiana Lafayette 2 weekends ago. Then they come home and they scored 34 against Boston College.
Yeah, exactly.
550 yards last weekend against BC. They obviously lose 48-34, but when you score points like that, at least you can match scores and the scores look better.
Yeah, and if they could have done that, against a San Diego State, one other game, they might have 2-3 wins this year already.
Question.
So the offense is finally starting to click, and so hopefully they'll go down to Florida the week following this weekend and pick up their second W of the year. It will be hard to do, no doubt.
It is going to be hard to do just because, again, defense and special teams continue to struggle. And when you have 2/3 of your football team struggling, good teams are complete teams. That's the bottom line. But I think you can really look at the offense realistically and say to yourself, it's turned it around. And the connection between quarterback Andrew McDonald and wide receiver Austin Franklin has been key. And when you have Austin is a great player and Andrew is a good quarterback. And when you have that connection going, now you can do some things. Now you can get running back Xavier Hall in the mix. Their other receivers are involved. Their offensive line has been great. Their coordinator, Greg Brandon, was a great addition this offseason. So they're doing some things. Good to see. Brooke, anything you want to add?
Nope, I think we did a good show.
Lions-Steelers play this weekend. I'm a Lions fan. Brooke's a Steelers fan. We're trying to figure out a launch pad.
Yeah. You'll have to take me out to eat somewhere next week.
No.
Which is the dangerous part of this.
No. Folks, thanks for checking us out as always. Did you like those no's? That was well played.
Yes, very good.
At Teddy Feinberg on Twitter, at B Stockburger on Twitter. Our Sun News Sports Facebook page is always rocking and rolling. We have LCSun-News is our standard website for the latest and greatest. And thanks for watching. We appreciate it, and have a great week. See ya.